All right, it is now time to call this April 17, 2023 meeting of Kentucky Opioid Abatement Advisory Commission to order. Ms. Shaving, what time is it? At 1:06 p.m. Go ahead and start with a roll call. Treasurer Paul or designee Lauren Burton. Representative Danny Bentley.
Here, Zoom.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Vic Brown. Here. Ms. Karen Butcher.
Here.
Mr. Carlos Cameron. Here. Dr. Brindle. Director Ingram. Here. Ms. Purdy.
Here.
Dr. Ruth. Here. Dr. Walsh. All right. We have a quorum and are ready to proceed. Our business meeting schedule for the next two. Our next meeting will be on May the 9th, 2023 at 1 p.m., followed by the June meeting on June 13, 2023 at 1 p.m. Both meetings will be held here at 1024 Capitol Center Drive, Suite 200, Franklin, Kentucky, 40601. And at the June meeting, we will undertake the scheduling of our remaining business meetings that will carry us through the year 2023. If everybody would, please take a minute to review the minutes from the March 14th business meeting. Once everyone has approved to your contentment, if somebody would like to make a motion to approve, that would be appropriate. There's a second. I'll second. All in favor of approving the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes are officially adopted. Moving to the next section, which is director's update. We begin by talking about Operation Fight Fentanyl, which is being headlined and led by Attorney General Cameron. The next fentanyl forum will be in Leslie County at a place called Rock House Baptist Church on Wednesday, April the 18th. The address is 24454. Highway 421, Ivan, Kentucky, 41749, and that will be from 1 to 3 p.m. One additional forum has been added, and that will be in Henderson County on May the 2nd at a place called Hummingbird Hall. It has an address of 1040 Market Street, Henderson, Kentucky, 42420. These fentanyl forums are modeled somewhat on the Commission's own town halls that we conducted at the end of last year. We have had 6 of these, and each has been just as powerful and substantive as what our commission town hall has been. So if anybody is in this room or doing these meetings and is committed to fighting the opioid epidemic, attending one of these fentanyl forums will be a wonderful way to connect with others who are equally committed. As you know, we are discussing and have been discussing an opioid conference that will be sponsored by the commission in the fall. I'm able to announce the date of that conference, which will be October the 6th through the 8th. It will be in Lexington. And the exact location will be determined and announced once that is nailed down. We are working with office staff here to have a sponsorship link put up on the commission section of the webpage to solicit sponsorships for this event so that costs can be defrayed by those who are out there within the state and want to demonstrate their commitment to fighting opioid epidemic through sponsorship. Once that link is up, that will be announced by the Attorney General's office.
8th through the 10th.
8th through the 10th. Thank you very much. Let me correct that. That is October the 8th through the 10th, 2023. Once again, October 8th through the 10th, 2023. That is the official date of the Kentucky Opioid Abatement Commission's Opioid Conference. October 8th through the 10th, Lexington, Kentucky.
Start on Sunday.
There will be a reception on Sunday evening. The business portion will be the 9th and the 10th, which is Monday through Tuesday. Now, this meeting is essentially going to involve the very heart of this commission's purpose, which is to vote on proposals that have been reviewed by the subcommittees for which funds have been allocated. Before we get to the heart of that agenda, we're going to go ahead and break out into our subcommittees so that they can take up whatever business they have. And once the subcommittees come back, we will make a motion to reconvene and get about the business of grant approval. At this time, is there a motion to adjourn for subcommittee breakouts?
I move that we adjourn.
Seconded? All right, all in favor? We are adjourned to the subcommittee until such time as we come back. We need a motion to reconvene and then we shall proceed. Yeah. That was the last of everybody. Yeah. Good. Yes, all right, we ready to make a motion to reconvene? No move. Seconded. All in favor? All right, we are back to regular business meeting with the full commission. We're going to now move to new business. And the first item is approval of updated division subcommittee application review meeting schedule. And the name based on the agenda that there will be a prevention subcommittee application review meeting on April 26th, 3 to 5 p.m. here at 24 Cabinet Center Drive. Is that correct? Okay. Is there a motion with that meeting date, time, and location be approved? Seconded? Second. All in favor? Opposed? All right. Before we get into the next heavy lift on the agenda, I've got to give an apology not just to audience members as well as my commission members and those who attend in by Zoom. You might hear just a little frogging voice, and I've probably overconsumed too much cold medication and shaved a couple of people myself. I want to make sure that I stay clear. The federal forum in Leslie County will be April the 19th, 2023, 1 to 3 p.m. at Rock House Baptist Church. Wednesday, April the 19th. Also, that'll be the last day clarification that's got here. My apologies for any confusion from the brain, mouth, and me. All right, now we get to the heart of business, and that is the approval of applications for funding. Now, before we get into this, I want to describe the process we're going to follow for everyone so that it is understood why it is we're doing what we're doing. Because this is the approval stage, those whose applications are being approved, as well as those whose applications have not been approved, have not been notified. We want to make sure that we extend the full measure, courtesy, and consideration to all grant applicants, which means as I read each of these individually, I am going to reference the letter next to them on the agenda. It can be on the agenda that you have. I'm not going to even reference the number of the application because those who have numbers know what those numbers are. So I will reference, Allison, they have those on the agenda, correct? All right, very good. I will reference the letter. After we go through the conduct the vote. They don't have letters. Okay. You do have them in sequential order. And a list, right? All right, then I'm going to say first one, second one, third. In that fashion. After we go through this and vote to approve, starting tomorrow, staff will be contacting each individual grant applicant with a date and time for a Zoom meeting. We will be on the Zoom meeting. By we, I mean commission staff and myself. We will be advising the applicant as to either the award or the declination. Those who receive an award, they will be advised of the amount as well as receive a request to adjust their application on the line to reflect the awarded amount and to make sure that they modify their proposals to fit that. So that once the memorandums of agreement are executed, which will be then hopefully the next 30 days from the vote, that it properly captures the nature of the commission they will carry out as described in the application. For those whose applications did not make it, we will take the subcommittee feedback given and we will advise them as to the rights. There will be some that didn't make it that will be asked to modify and tighten up their contents. There will be others that didn't make it simply because they didn't make it and are not going to. You know, we understand why that is when we have these comments. We want to make sure that those who have applied are the first to know exactly what their status is, which is why we're not going to publicly name the recipients today. Any questions about this process? It is our goal to have all of this wrapped up in terms of notifications within the next 7 business days. With a targeted time for a subsequent public announcement and press conference to recognize all of the successful applicants no later than the second week of May. Now, give us the flexibility to manage the calendar and set that at the appropriate time. Hopefully, as many of you can be present as possible. And so without any further delay, is there a motion to approve the first applicant? Second? Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? First one is approved. There are motion to approve the second applicant. Seconded? All in favor?
Aye.
Any? Unanimous? There are motion to approve the third applicant. I'll say. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there a motion to approve the fourth applicant? So moved. Is there a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? A motion to approve the fifth applicant.
I move to approve.
Is there a second? All in favor? All right. Any
Aye.
opposed? Is there a motion to approve the sixth applicant? Seconded? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve the seventh applicant? Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there a motion to approve the eighth applicant? Seconded? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there a motion to approve the ninth applicant? I'll make a motion. Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there a motion to approve the tenth applicant? Is there a second? All in favor? Any opposed? Is there a motion to approve the eleventh applicant? Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve the twelfth applicant? Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve the 13th applicant? Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there a motion to approve the 13th applicant? Is there a second? All in favor? Any opposed? Is there a motion to approve the 14th applicant? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there a motion to approve the 15th applicant? Second? All in favor? Any opposed? Right. Let's just do it. Right. No medicine comes in. Is there a motion to approve the 16th applicant? Is there a second? All in favor? Any opposed? Is there a motion to approve the 17th applicant? Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there a motion to approve the 18th applicant? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there a motion to approve the 19th applicant?
I move.
Very enthusiastic. All in favor? Any opposed? 20th applicant, is there a motion to approve? Yes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there a motion to approve the 21st applicant? No moved. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there a motion to approve the 22nd applicant? All in favor? Any opposed? Is there a motion to approve the 23rd applicant?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Are there any following 23? Back. All right, now, who do we have here from the Office of Attorney General? I see Ms. Woodrum back there. I see Deputy Attorney General Ms. Maddox, Ray Christopher, who is absent. I want to remind everybody that we started from scratch nothing on July the 15th, which is the date of our first business meeting, because of the tremendous amount of focus, time, and attention given by each commission member within the context of the subcommittee. The support that was delivered by staff from the Attorney General's office, whether that is the commission staff of Ms. Shavies, Mr. Hornbuckle, and Ms. Delfire, whether that is Caroline or Christy Locke, whether that is Mr. Maddox, and Woodruff, as well as Mr. Christopher. This was a team effort. We are 9 months out from scratch nothing. We have just approved 23 applicants and will be notified, and hopefully we'll have money hitting their doors no later than the beginning of the fiscal year, which has been short of 1 year since we got started. And I want to thank everybody on here for moving with tremendous speed, efficiency, and thoughtfulness to make this happen. This was the easy part. Now we will see about making sure that we have a smooth execution on implementation of many of the bank accounts of each of these organizations with our appointed commissions. Thank you all very much, and I thank you all for a very healthy township. For the public record, at no point in time did I participate in any of the subcommittee meetings. All of the progress that has been driven by the subcommittee, our members, our chairs, and staff. And thank you all so very much for making my job easy by contraction. At this point in time, we are prepared for the section of the agenda related to public comments and remarks. We do have a sign-up sheet. We have an individual by the name of Mr. Bill Marshall, who is with the Health. If you wish to speak, Mr. Marshall, now is the time. If you have not signed up, there will be an opportunity for you to do so if you wish after Mr. Marshall is ready to remark.
Well, thank you all very much. My name is Bill Marshall. I'm with Kentucky Health. I appreciate all of your time and effort that you put into this, the committee members, Chairman Hubbard, and the Office of Attorney General. This is, of course, a very important issue to Kentuckians. What we're doing here is a lot of innovation, I think, in the way we are starting to address this problem. I think other states, I know of some other states that are looking at what we're doing here, and we're going to set a great precedent moving forward. The company I work for is Kentucky Health. We deal basically with technology and IT and connectivity, but making all of the different places come together in one place. Okay. So what we're looking for, and also let me back up a little bit. Last year, the Kentucky General Assembly passed Senate Bill 90. Okay, it was created an 11 county pilot program, to which there will be some diversion of some of the folks who are low-level offenders that are, fit right into the intent, I think, of this opioid abatement, initiative. And so we have Kentucky has 120 counties. There's 11 of them participating in this. It's going to be a 4-year-long pilot program. I'm hoping that we can show some early success and bring in more counties quicker, because I don't really see any reason to, wait 4 years and say, okay, great, it's a success, let's roll it out anyway. And I talked to some other folks in state government who feel the same way. I've never put it this way. I've never heard anybody say, no, we should really put forward. Okay, with that in mind, so how can we be more effective with pulling all of the interested parties together under Senate Bill 90 and other aspects of addressing, substance use disorder and all of the really detrimental negative impacts that are happening across the state in big cities like Louisville, Lexington, but also in small towns and out in the county. there's, so many different players in the Senate Bill 90 that they really would be of most benefit if they could all be kind of connected together on a digital platform, okay? So what we can do is we can work with the counties and the prosecutors and identify the eligible entities or individuals in those counties as they are coming up for that diversion program, get them onto a platform, our platform, and be able to follow them as they make their progress once they do custody and go through life as getting into recovery and all the things that go with that. So what are all the things that go with that? Well, they need to go to meetings. That all of their life is messed up, right? So if you get into this downward spiral of a very dangerous lifestyle. And so it's not just the physical and mental health that they're having issues with. Their finances are all messed up. Their social connections are all, gone away. Their nutrition and wellness is almost non-existent. So we create, their world has started to go down and down and down. So what do they really need when they come out of that? They need to be entering some kind of new world so that we can help take care of them and support them as they recreate or maybe create for the first time, a new productive lifestyle. We can follow them as they go to their meetings. We have basically it works by text and secure video chat. And so as they leave custody, if they don't have a phone, we will provide one for them. They will have everything they need right there with the expectation that they do everything on it. Now, it's not going to be 100%, but it's going to show a lot better improvement than what's happening now, which is a lot closer to single digits. Back in Lexington a few years back, a good friend of mine, a defense attorney named John Larson, got together with one of the family court judge Schrader at the time. And they created something called Veterans Treatment Court. And what they did with that was they paired up veterans with the offending individuals and had a really one-on-one personal touch with, following through the very first critical signs of recovery. That's a very lonely time for people when they're coming off whatever substance they're on. So what we need to do is to put that platform under it instead of you release them from custody and then they go and you say, okay, you got a court date here in 2 weeks and make sure to show up. We stay with them 24/7. Those first couple of nights are going to be some sleepless nights. We're there, okay? Anytime they need something, we can follow up with them. We'll give them schedules of what to do and working with, a lot of the rehab houses and the authorities with where they're at, the counties and stuff, and be able to provide them with that structure that has been missing from their life this whole time. You can't just release them and expect them to go, and turn around their life, okay? Part of recovery, in a lot of cases, is entering an in-house recovery program. But then what happens after that, right? So the recovery process starts, you need at least a year into it, all right? We are not going to be able to keep everybody in recovery houses for a year. But we need to stay with them for at least a year and beyond that so they can maintain and get into those good habits. They developed all these bad habits in the past because their whole life centered around getting that drug, right? And everything that followed with that. They need a complete change to be able to be a productive citizen. We're just talking about employment, working with a lot of the chambers of commerce. And fortunately, with this situation and a lot of kind of feeling around the state now, is we don't want to just lock them up and forget about them, right? If we can fix their problems or help them address their own problems, then that's not only having the paper keeping somebody incarcerated for a while, it's really helping them out in kind of the morally right thing to do, right? And so they're looking around the state, there's been some very innovative programs around, Hickman County, has something called the Light Learning Center, and they're graduating postgraduate support specialists. In the requirements of Senate Bill 90, the counties need to have their support specialists available. Well, not all counties have their support specialists, right? But if there was no way to connect the peer support specialists up in Kent County with another county that doesn't have those resources available, then we can not only fulfill that obligation for the Senate Bill 90, but we can also give the newly recovered folks up there a great job, right? And then it's Kentucky and helping Kentucky. Because our telehealth company, we do clinical and mental health. And, you know, we want to think about something. It's good to have Kentuckians helping Kentucky. But I want you to consider a situation. So if somebody is, you know, from county out in eastern Kentucky, then, you know, the person is describing what has happened to them. I'll come down the holler and I'm up to that, right? If you call into a receptionist or something in a doctor's office who is being staffed by somebody who's outside Kentucky, in California, is not going to know what a holler is, right? Let alone India, they're not going to know what it is. We need folks in Kentucky helping others in Kentucky. Okay, and so also with up in East County, and I saw Representative Tate standing right here, not too long ago, talking about Sierra County, right? What are they doing up there? They've got mothers, you know, who are entering into recovery, but instead of having their children taken away from them, they are, you know, the mothers go to the recovery classes and stuff, but the children go to the daycare.
I appreciate everything you're sharing and now, what I want to know is what are you going to talk about?
Yeah, well, I think we should be making use of modern technology and the ability to connect all of the interested parties and resources to.
I heard you say that. Can you be more specific then?
Well, okay, so specifically, an individual in custody in whatever county is there, okay? Then they are determined to be eligible for this coverage. So then we onboard them even before they leave custody. Then once they leave custody, they're not falling off a cliff with like some court date a couple weeks out. We stay with them, we make sure that they come to school and make sure they come to job interviews. We can set up a calendar for them, which gives them all the stuff that they need. Keep in mind, the structure of their life has gone to the wayside. And it's not just the individual, we also include the entire family. So the entire family is going to be part of this. They'll all have their own executive number and beyond the digital platform. So be able to access. Yes, sir.
So I'm a little bit confused too. Is this a digital therapeutic program that's HIPAA compliant and treatment, or is this a monitoring enforcement platform that would inform others of their compliance? Because you've mentioned two purposes, and patient digital therapeutics is a major movement within medicine. We have numerous providers now of digital therapeutics. Typically, they have a model and intervention. They coordinate with their therapists. Is that what you're proposing? Because you sound more like a drug court monitoring program where you report that they don't show up for appointments, you report that they don't make. So I'm confused. Is it a HIPAA compliant therapeutic?
We are HIPAA compliant
program. So then, because one of the needs of House Bill 90 is reporting purposes, AOC is mandated and that needs significant reporting. And there's a need there, but I'm confused by what you're proposing. Is it merely treatment? Is it an intervention, or is it monitoring?
It's kind of all of that. And funny, okay, so once an individual enters custody.
There's no custody, I understand, but mind you, they're diverse.
Yeah, no.
They're in the community.
Okay. Yeah, I know. But they're gonna be, they will be have taken into custody and some.
Yeah, initially, but we didn't read while I.
So when they enter custody, oftentimes their insurance is been on too, right? Even if it's Medicaid.
Until they're released.
Until really,
The purpose of them.
and then once they're released, they don't always get right back on the insurance. You know, you have to go. But another one of the things I was going to mention was, we can also provide so there's no gap in that situation.
Mr. Marshall, I would thank you for your time and presentation. If there are individual commission members who would like to speak with us about the applicability of this platform, that'd be a good idea. The only thing the commission's role is, I'll say only is significant. We are putting $10.5 million a year this year and for the next 3 to fund Senate Bill 9. In terms of the implementation components, those reside within the Cabinet for Health and Family Services, the Office of Drug Control Policy, as well as the Administrative Office of the Board. And I think that those two of these commission members can probably visit with you and have to back whatever connections or various programs connections.
I appreciate that. Well, thank you all very much for your time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Are there any other public speakers here who wish to address the commission? Going once, twice, 3 times. All right. We'll now move into the update and announcement section of the agenda. Director Ingram.
Number 4, sir.
Dr. Rizzo.
Nothing, no, thank you.
Dr. Reeves.
Nothing to share, it's an honor.
Ms. Belfry. Ms. Shakey. Ms. Purdy. All right. Ms. Hornbuckle.
Nothing for me, sir.
All right. Well. I'm filling my mind's eye. I don't believe there's anything in particular that I have to announce other than, again, for general public purposes. This is our first round of what would probably be at least 2 more rounds of awards. I think that in tally up what we have done here was just a little over $8 million for this round. That leaves ballots going into the next 2. As we head into the fall, the subcommittee is doing the work that they are doing. And those whose grant applications have been reviewed in a couple of time frames, the portal went online on October 17, 2022 through March the 1st, 2023. The applications that will be reviewed for the next round will likely occur from March the 2nd, 2023, all the way through September the 1st, 2023. And with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Representative Bentley, you've been on Zoom. Is there any announcement that you have before we adjourn?
No, sir. Thank you for letting me attend. Privilege.
Thank you for being present. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I move to be adjourned.
Second. All in favor? Be sure and hand your agendas as well as information related to the grantees to staff before you leave. That is imperative. Thank you all very much for your time, presence, and cooperation.